guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing the forgotten grass type, Mr. Ferrothorn. And can the forgotten Ferrothorn get us a nice run in the Go Battle League? Game 1 here against Alphafee. Alphafee, terrific guy and caster for the Play Pokemon series. And we have a tough lead against the Medicham, but we have a good safe swap here in Mandibuzz because he isn't able to really counter us. It doesn't seem like he has a hard response to the Mandibuzz. So we're going to farm up some extra here and then throw our Aerial Ace. This is a pretty neutral matchup since both Pokemon can hit each other with super effective charge moves. The Ice Punch on the Medi, the Aerial Ace for Mandibuzz, and I know that I win this matchup in the Zero Shields as long as I time my moves correctly. He then swaps into Gligar, and Gligar is going to be able to absorb the Dark Pulse, but now the switch clocks are so misaligned, we can have some fun here and really try and make things uncomfortable for Phoebe. So now we're going to swap in our Charizard. Because it's a normal Gligar, I feel okay taking an Aerial Ace. I'm going to have to... I actually decide to throw the Claw. Rather than have to give up a shield and potentially farm down, I decide to throw my Claw. He lets it go. I can't imagine Medicham comes in. So we'll probably see what's in the back. And it is a Superior, so that is terrific for us. He's ABA weak to Charizard, so even though we had a bad lead, our back line was really rough for him. So we're going to shield up that Aerial Ace, preserve our Charizard here. I throw the Dragon Claw bait here, which is a little bit questionable, kind of risky, because he could try and call this. Luckily for us, he shields. You see I go for the double CMP mechanic there. I'm not sure if I get it. We shield, no double CMP mechanic. I go for the Claw, but do I even have double? Like, should I have just gone for the Blast Burn? Oh, I do have double, so a nice read there. And then I get kind of cheeky here. I know he's got a decent amount of energy on this Medicham, so I come in, I do 2, I wait a counter, and I catch. So a nice little catch there to absorb this Ice Punch, likely, onto the Mandibuzz. And then at this point, I can actually commit to a Bullet Seed down, so this way I come out with a move against the Gligar. Sorry, not the Gligar, the Superior. Brain fart there. Flash Cannon knocks out, and Flash Cannon really coming in handy there. I don't always run Flash Cannon when I run Ferrothorn. Sometimes I run Thunder, sometimes I run Mirror Shot. But in that situation, that's kind of the reason why I run Flash Cannon, to have a heavy hitting move against those fellow grass types. GG's to Phoebe. Honestly, both of my back Pokemon were quite safe against his team, so that was a tough game for him to win. Ferrothorn, uh-oh. What's happening here? Can Rise recover? He recovers. And able to get the screen share back going. Looks like we're against a Beedrill here. Let me try and center this a little bit better. But I actually decided to shield the Drill Run because, believe it or not, I think Drill Run would do enough there, where the 2 poison jabs you just saw we took would probably have knocked out. Drill Run is only single resisted, and it hits Charizard pretty hard. So I decided to shield the Drill Run from this Beedrill counter swap. What a spicy team the opponent's running. Dragon Claw, gonna grab a shield. Apologies that the aspect ratio seems kind of wonky here. That's really weird. But you can still see what's going on. Editor Chris and I gonna have another talking to as we have Mandibuzz against the Venusaur here. I'm gonna eat the Sludge Bomb. I've got lots of energy. Throwing after 1 for proper timing. Aerial Ace coming through, going to grab a shield. And I know I can take this, so I'm going to allow it to come through. It connects. Gonna overfarm. I'm almost at double Aerial Ace. This won't quite KO the Venusaur, but it'll put it awfully low. And then we just want to get rid of it at this point. We still have a shield for our Ferrothorn to close this game out against this Greninja, and they know it's over. So that's a G to the G. Yeah, Ferrothorn Power Whip would definitely have knocked out the Greninja. Very dominant matchup there for Mr. Ferrothorn. Yeah, I mean, I used to love Ferrothorn in certain like Sylph metas, and it doesn't see a whole lot of play anymore because you're probably better off running Venusaur in the meta. Venusaur's going to resist those counter users. Also has like a 2-turn fast move. Bullet Seed is a little bit clunky. If you can avoid the 3-turn fast moves, that's probably best. But we decided to have some fun with the Pharaoh. And so far, Pharaoh catching us all sorts of great leads. Here we go into the next battle. And look at this. Ferrothorn catching us a Swampert lead. So, Rise, of course you went 5-0 with Ferrothorn. You caught just all hard counters. Yeah, I mean, we got some really fortunate leads this set, but it's fun to just kind of throw a team out there and to come away with a 5-0. It doesn't happen too often. I think when I stream my battles every day, or almost every day, people might have an awareness. There might be a handful of people that know what team I'm running or might tune into the stream, so it might decrease our odds of running a team and getting away with it because people might know what to expect with their team. But this team, an example of one that we kind of just threw out there, and a bit of an obscure one. But sometimes those unbalanced teams cause people issues because Ferrothorn, Mandibuzz core with Shadow Charizard in back. Not a lot of people are going to like read probably what team this is, you know, or expect Ferrothorn lead in general. Aerial Ace gonna connect on Swampert. Swampert forced to throw. It's tempting to come in with Charizard here, expecting the auto swap, but I come in with Pharaoh just to be safe. I'm fairly quick on the swap, but here's my concern. This is actually a scary situation because I read in this situation, Swampert has a Hydro Cannon loaded, so Registeel could potentially grab both of my shields, shield twice, and then combo play with the Swampert. So I feel like I actually have to bait. I feel like I actually have to double bait because if I go straight Blast Burn, I don't think I'm going to be able to land a Blast Burn in time, and then the Swampert's going to combo play my Charizard. So by double baiting, I save a bunch of time in the switch clock there. The switch clock's still not up, and I'm able to land the Blast Burn. So what looked like a really RPS game, the opponent did a nice job of making it kind of scary for us, but we were able to risk it for the biscuit there, as Ionic says, and get the double bait to keep our advantage and win the game. But yeah, that was a really nice strat by the opponent, farming up to double on Swamp, and then if they were able to delay the switch timer enough, that would have been bad news bears unless we could like react in a split second. But it's tough to react like that when you have a 2-turn fast move user against a 1-turn fast move user. Trent. Oh, crap. I remember this. Yeah. GG's Trent. Amazing game. One of the best games played all day. I don't know. I don't know if he was tanking or if he like felt like he was too weak to Ferrothorn. My guess is he just felt like Pharaoh was too much of a problem for his team or something. The thing is, though, Ferrothorn isn't like that dominant against Venusaur, especially if I didn't have Flash Cannon. Sludge Bomb's only single resisted. It chunks. Amazing lead. Ferrothorn getting us all the good leads. I forget how this game plays out. This was like last week, so I feel like we might have misplayed this game, but immediately we're in a really confident looking position, right? We have Ferrothorn against Azu. We've got Mandibuzz against Sableye. Dark Pulse coming through. Gonna go for another Dark Pulse right away. If I can KO in like one Snarl, Sableye shouldn't get to a... Oh, I wasn't sure here. I remember not being sure if he got to the return or not. So I shield, and that was the misplay. I shield the foul play when it... when he must have not even had a return, right? Because if he had a return, he would have just gone for it. He's about to go down. Aerial Ace comes through against Azu. And I can't really give up Switch, right? I kind of just have to let this Azu farm me because I can't afford to have Charizard lined up against Azu later on. Azu does expend energy eventually, but now we're down a shield. And this is concerning. Isn't this concerning? Comments? And we get denied because we lagged a turn, so that's unfortunate. A bit of luck going against us. In comes Trev. And I don't love this. I go straight for the Claw. Because I feel like he kind of has to shield once at least. Man, this is brutal. Because I feel like he might bait Seed Bomb, but I decided to shield anyway. Check out what happens here. He baits me with Seed Bomb, and I decide I don't think it's worth throwing energy. Because in this moment, oh, this could have been in like the Finding Wincons game, the Finding Wincons video. I didn't feel like it was worth throwing energy, because if I threw my energy at that point, he could have just saved the shield for Azu, bubbled me all the way down, and then double Ice Beamed my Pharaoh. So I'm like, I can't afford to let Azu get that energy. Maybe I can get a Bullet Seed down here and get to double Power Whip. So I go for the Bullet Seed down. I get the Bullet Seed down, and I've got the double Power Whip. Is Power Whip going to be enough, though? Azu's still fairly healthy. Power Whip number 1. He takes it, knowing he's going to have to take one no matter what. Ferrothorn. I get to double, so I decide to throw, I guess. Maybe I should have just gone for the Bullet Seed, but I've got the double. Does Ferrothorn live the Ice Beam? What do you think? Ice Beam. Ferrothorn hangs on and gets to the Power Whip. Let's go, dude. Hangs on with a sliver of health. I think it might have been the same result, right? I think it might have been the same result if I had just gone for the Sneak. It looked like that was probably 1 Bullet Seed range for the Azu, so we get a pretty lucky 5-0, but nonetheless, I think an entertaining one because we just kind of threw an idea out there and it was able to capitalize. This team is definitely weak to some things. It's like pretty weak to ice in the back, like a wall rain. But it's also weak to Azu in the back. But we saw an Azu, and luckily we caught it in the lead. So yeah, Mandibuzz and Charizard. I ran this team the next set, and it did not do very well the next set. Full transparency, because I started losing some leads, and then we saw this set. Even when I lost the lead, I was lucky where they didn't have like an obvious answer for the Mandibuzz swap, but then I started seeing like Bastiodon, Carbink, and those matchups are so dominant for those Pokemon that they were able to like come out of that matchup healthy, and it was just problematic, especially Bastiodon, right? Because Bastiodon can farm down and then have Flamethrower energy, which is threatening to my Ferrothorn, and I can't obviously come in with Charizard. So do I recommend this team for y'all? Not necessarily, but it was a fun team that we managed to just kind of throw out there and come away with a 5-0. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.